My husband had cancer for 7 years, how to do that.
Just sometimes a little humor
Get your
can
story
get you
out.
through.
This could be the last time I'm ever on stage at a comedy club. That's not because I'm a stage 4 breast cancer patient. It's because none of us know what the future holds. So I'm going to enjoy this moment. I found the lump in my breast on a Tuesday evening. I went to see my doctor on Thursday morning. She sent me for a mammogram, and then 2 ultrasound-guided biopsies, and then a CT-guided biopsy. I thought, wow, the American healthcare system is actually pretty efficient. But that immediate escalation actually meant that everyone looking at the imaging was pretty fucking sure I had cancer. I went from the hospital to LAX to fly to New Orleans to run a marathon on Sunday. During the marathon, the pain in my incisions and the reality that I was facing a cancer diagnosis crashed down on me and stopped me in my tracks, literally. I called one of my dearest friends, who I've been training with since my first marathon in 2013, and told him through sobs that this could be my last marathon. What he told me was a source of comfort to me then, and still is. He said, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but it could always be the last marathon. None of us are guaranteed tomorrow. All we know for sure is that we have this time. The best advice I received since my initial diagnosis is don't Google anything. I've mostly resisted the urge to go down the WebMD rabbit hole. My mom, on the other hand, if they said it, never mind that she has no idea who they are or whether they are qualified, she believes it's true. For a full year, she sprayed undiluted distilled vinegar onto her eyelids because they said it would balance the pH. She never Googled how to balance her relationship with her adult daughter. My mom came to stay with me for the initial stages of cancer treatment. It was like the last few months of Joe Biden's 2024 campaign. I know she meant well, but I really needed her to go the fuck home. One thing she read online is, when one person in a family gets cancer, everyone in the family gets cancer. No. Cancer isn't a group project. If it were, I would not have volunteered to be the group leader, who undergoes 8 surgeries, 20 rounds of chemo, and 25 sessions of radiation. That's a bit more than one member's share of the work. Sure, my oncologists and surgeons put the plan in motion, but at the end of every day, I was left holding the bag, and it was a barf bag. My mom is the member of the group who contributes nothing and still wants the fucking A. When I told people I had cancer, a lot of people said, I don't know what to say. That's actually a perfect thing to say. I didn't know what to say about it either. But other people definitely had the wrong things to say. One of the platitudes offered when I told people my cancer diagnosis was, everything happens for a reason. They never specify what the reason is. Maybe it's because I drink Diet Coke. It could be because I was in a co-ed fraternity at Arizona State, which involved as much studying as you'd think. But it's probably because cancer strikes randomly and mercilessly. That is too scary for some people to accept. There must be some reason why I got cancer. And if that doesn't apply to them, they won't get cancer. In reality, none of us are immortal. Maybe Kris Jenner is. The rest of us don't know when our time will be up. Those of us with a cancer diagnosis can hear the ticking of the clock that others block their ears not to hear. The palpable knowledge that life is precious is one thing I've gotten from my cancer diagnosis that I don't hate, but it's still not a reason to get cancer. Someone else told me, you're on a powerful journey. Here's a tip, don't tell someone she's on a journey unless you'd want to take it. My cancer has been like a journey, but more like Apollo 13. Instead of the moonwalk, I'm trying to survive by putting the wreckage of my spaceship back together while freezing in the dark. I'm making it work, and Mission Control does everything it can, But Houston, we have a problem. You know, it is a powerful journey, a marathon, which is why I run marathons. I think everyone should train for a marathon at least once. In a marathon, I can experience the spectrum of human emotions in the course of 26.2 miles. Nervousness, elation, an urgent need to use a porta potty, which strikes 2 miles away from the next porta potty. Running a marathon is kind of like therapy. It's really fucking hard. I cry a lot. And at the end, I have the unshakable knowledge that I can do difficult things. One of the most surprising reactions anyone had to my diagnosis came from an acquaintance I played dodgeball with. Yes, I played adult dodgeball all through cancer treatment, and no, I did not tell my oncologist. A guy walked up and asked what I was talking about, and I said, I just found out I have cancer. He said, you can't just tell people you have cancer. Okay. Why not? I'm not being rude. It's not like I pointed out that he's a Joe Rogan fanboy who thinks ivermectin cures COVID. My guess is that hearing about a young, otherwise healthy person's cancer diagnosis made him uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable to realize that cancer doesn't discriminate and anyone is vulnerable to it. But those are feelings you work out with your therapist or your mommy, not by telling a person with cancer to shut up about it. If someone in your life tells you she has cancer and you don't know what to say, just ask her what she needs. Tell her you will help with meals, with transportation, with hugs, with a barf bag, with whatever she needs. Tell her you will face what's coming together. But don't you dare tell her this is part of God's plan, or a powerful journey, or when one person in a family gets cancer, everyone in a family gets cancer. Stick with, I don't know what to say, but I love you. As for all of you here tonight, this could be your last time seeing someone perform on stage at a comedy club. I hope you enjoyed it.
I'll stand